In today's video, I'm gonna give you 10 beginner tips. What's up guys, my name is TommieBAcademy. I am a full-time snowboard coach and instructor, and I create content with the goal of trying to make you as awesome as possible. And the first tip I have for you is to take a lesson. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, take a lesson because they're gonna be able to expedite your learning process, teach you the right fundamentals from the beginning, and make you more awesome. Pretty sick, right? And tip number 2 is making sure you have your equipment set up to be optimal as possible. Now that does start with making sure all the crap is pulled out of your boots, that you've actually tightened your boots down. Make sure that your boots fit right in the binding. Make sure you have the right bindings that fit the right boot, and then make sure you have the right board set up. If you're looking for how to set up a snowboard, check out the link in the description down below because I have an awesome video that breaks down how to actually set up a board. But it's extremely important that your board is set up correctly. I'm gonna interrupt real quick. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel at all, consider picking up a sticker. And to be honest, I have a full-time job that helps support all of the content that I make. And I make content 1 day a week, so I'm pretty hyped on being able to provide this much value. But if you guys are interested in seeing me step up the value, creating more content, well, picking up a sticker actually is a big deal. And while you're at it, give it a like. It helps the algorithm. The more people who can see the content, the more awesome our snowboard community becomes. So let's get back to it. Bullet point number 3 is not checking the weather. This is a huge beginner mistake. You gotta make sure when you go snowboard that you are prepared for the day. That may mean it's super freaking hot and I may need to add a couple layers that I can take off later because the morning's really cold and the afternoon's not so cold. Or maybe it's a storm rolling in and I need to change my lenses. I need to bring toe warmers and hand warmers. So whatever it is, make sure you check the weather so you can set yourself up for the sickest day possible. And tip number 4 is when you go snowboard, that at the end of the day, you take all of your gear and you go bring it in your house and go dry out your stuff. A lot of times, you'll keep your goggles in a goggle wipe and your boots in the car, and then the next day, you'll actually get fog between the lenses. Pretty freaking hard to get out, and then your boots are wet, so you're already starting your day at a disadvantage. Take the time at the end of the day, I know you're tired, take your stuff, bring it inside, air it out, dry it out. So tomorrow, you have the sickest day possible. Now the next tip that I have for you is kind of a 2-part tip. 1 is make sure you go ride with friends because it makes the experience so much more fun. So if you need to find some friends, I do have a community that we have just started that is rapidly growing on Discord. What you can do is you can type in the chat, ask questions, hit up people, and set up a meeting place with like-minded people. But the second part of that is having friends to go ride with is always super fun. But just be careful of the advice that you get. Sometimes the advice is super freaking awesome. Sometimes it's not. So make sure you're taking the advice, but with a grain of salt. Unless they're an awesome certified instructor, then you can trust them. But if they're just a random dude on the internet, you don't really know. Good thing I'm certified, fully certified, because you can trust me. Talking about equipment, one more time when it comes to equipment, make sure that your brand new equipment is ready for the day. A lot of times you pick up a brand new pair of goggles and it actually has a plastic piece underneath to protect it during like shipping and stuff. And then you put them on and you're like, man, these goggles, I can't really see out of them. It's probably because they have a little plastic sheet on the inside. In addition, you do have bindings that may need to be adjusted, and then your board, I highly suggest you wax your board for the temperature that you're gonna be snowboarding in. If you're looking for a how to wax video, and link in the description. So the next tip that I have for you is not riding the chairlift your very first run, your very first time. You've never even strapped in, you're gonna go ride the chairlift. That ends up setting you up for failure because you go up to a gnarly mountain and you don't know how to get down. It may make your life way less awesome. So what I highly suggest, to go to the beginner zone, you are looking for a green icon indicating it's the mellowest terrain. And then piggybacking on that last tip, I highly recommend that you check out the map and you know what you're getting yourself into. Sometimes you just go wherever you go and you end up where you end up, and then that could be a mogul field, it could be rocks, it could be gnarly, icy, and steep. If you're not ready for it, it's not going to make an awesome day. So read the map, check out the grooming report, download an app if you need to, figure out what you're getting yourself into so you can make the day as awesome as possible. The next tip I have for you, and a lot of you guys might not agree with me, but I highly discourage you guys from riding with a backpack. Essentially what that does, it changes where your center of mass is, and it can throw your balance off significantly, especially if you're going in moguls, riding really fast, or going in the terrain park, and it can actually make you fall because it just makes life so much harder. So I discourage riding with a backpack. If you need to, bring your food, lock it in a locker, put it somewhere safe. But riding with it, it's gonna make snowboarding way harder. When it actually comes to the action of actually riding, a lot of people want to know what the heck is going on underneath their feet and where their board is at, and that's a major disadvantage. Imagine there's a bump coming, or a person, a tree, or a small child. You want to keep your eyes up so that you can anticipate what the heck that is. If I have my eyes down on the ground, I limit my reaction time significantly. So as hard as it is, keep your eyes up and look where you're going. The last but an extremely important thing to think about is, as a beginner snowboarder, intermediate, or even advanced snowboarder, is being in an optimal snowboard stance that allows you to be in a position to be awesome. A lot of times, beginner snowboarders tend to keep their lead shoulder super far open and twisted. You put your weight in the back seat and you're actually in a terrible position to be awesome at snowboarding. So if you guys are looking for more nerdy videos on how to fix that, I have 3 videos that I've linked down in the description below that is dedicated to making you more awesome when it comes to body positions, turns, reaction times, and improving your snowboarding faster than ever. So if you guys are interested in any of those videos, go ahead and click them down below, leave a like, binge the crap out of this content because I'm here to make you as awesome as possible. And I hope you guys enjoyed these 10 awesome beginner tips that are literally gonna make your day snowboarding way more awesome. So on that note, guys, nothing but love. We out of here.